Hey there, you guys. Next Striker here. What's going on? Back again for another video. And I know you guys love for me to talk about Naruto and Storm 3 and stuff like that, so I figured, hey, might as well. Christmas break, not too much going on right now, so I figured might as well make a video about it. Now, recently there was a new trailer, and rather than reviewing the trailer or really reviewing any of the newest manga, or not manga, but the latest scans, where it shows new characters and stuff, I figured I would make a video a little bit more interesting because I feel that that stuff isn't really very, it's not really very interesting because you guys know, I mean, if you follow the manga, you know who's going to be in the game because CyberConnect 2 typically does not leave out any big plot points or big characters, so no real need for me to really talk about that stuff, the obvious. And it looks like the created by Sony Vegas Pro glitch is once again plaguing my videos. If you guys can tell me why that's doing that, I would be most grateful. I can't figure out why it's doing that. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. I will briefly go over the trailer, and then I'll give my thoughts on how far in the game I think, or how far the game will go into the story, because the anime is on a filler arc right now. So, yeah, let's talk about the trailer briefly. So, the trailer that just came out, I think it was released on Christmas. It might have been released a little bit before Christmas, but basically, it just showed a lot of the Ninja War stuff, and it showed a little bit of the Naruto meeting his mom and then hearing about all the stuff that happened with that. So it showed a little bit of those two arcs. Mainly the war, though. It showed a lot of that, which people have probably been wanting to see. We haven't seen anything since, I believe, the Seven Swordsmen. And it was recently announced that all of the Tailed Beast would be in the game, which is interesting because they're not really important until pretty far along, which is why I felt the need to make a video about it, really. And, yeah, I mean, it was basically just standard gameplay showing off a bunch of new characters. Nothing really to say there. I do find it interesting, though, that they decided to make Kakuzu a boss battle, which, if you guys know what happens later in the manga, he doesn't really do anything else from what he's already been shown off in the anime, so I don't know unless they plan on making filler for him, or they already have. I haven't watched the anime in a long time, because I just don't find it interesting or really good, honestly. The manga is what I stick to, but regardless, yeah, he wasn't really a big thing, so the fact that they're making him a boss battle was interesting. I think it's because they don't really have too much more story to add from what they've already shown off. So they're just going back and making more boss battles, which is what people like. So, fan service, there you go. Yeah, that's cool. And yeah, I think that's really all I need to talk about. It basically showed from the trailer all the way up to where the anime was canon-wise, which is where Naruto passes the Raikage onto the battlefield. So now we get to talk about how far in the long the story will go, and how far it will go up to the manga and the anime. Now we know that the games they usually don't go past where the anime is when it releases. So this has scared a lot of people because no one really expected us to go into big filler. I expected maybe an episode 2 or filler every now and then. I guess since Masashi Kishimoto does not know when he's ending his own manga, they figured, oh wait, we gotta stall for time again, because when he announced the end of his manga, they were like, okay, full steam ahead, and then they had to pull back a little bit. So I guess I can't really blame them, and yeah, I can't really blame them for that. I think what's interesting, though, is that they did release the Tailed Beast in this game, which they are non-important for a very long time, like I said. And yeah, I guess the rest of this will contain spoilers. So for those of you who have not read the manga, the Japanese or even the English manga, because they've released volumes, I think it's 58 and 59 is what they are, yeah, and they go up to where I believe the game will as well. So if you haven't read those, I will be spoiling for those of you basically who just watch the anime only. I will be spoiling. So here we go. Yeah, so we all know that the Tailed Beast battle goes past where Madara Uchiha comes back and he starts his vengeance and all that stuff. So I do find that interesting, and I guess another important note here is that the anime does not go back into canon until I believe it's January the 17th, and then at the end of January, Naruto will be fighting Itachi like he is in the intro. So basically, where I think the game will go canon-wise is Naruto versus the Tailed Beast will be the final battle. Now, taking a note that the Tailed Beast were not in their Edo Tensei form when they were shown off in the trailer, which is their reanimation forms. They were shown off in their normal forms. Maybe there'll be a costume. I'm guessing there will be a costume, or they could have just thrown them in there for fan demand. It's hard to say, but I believe that they will in fact have Mamoru Uchiha. I mean, he's a huge demanded guy, and I think that the anime will get up to that part by then. And I think it's also going to have all the Gara battles. I think that's actually going to be one of the canon episodes that's going to premiere in January, perhaps. I'm not sure how they're going to do it. I don't think they'll split it up like they did the anime, or like they did the manga. I think they'll do like they did earlier, where they'll do an entire battle and then another entire battle instead of flipping back and forth, which, love or hate, whatever. So yeah, the thing that's interesting though is, will they have, or how far into the Mamoru Uchiha boss battle will they go? I think they'll have to leave it on a cliffhanger because that battle goes on for a long time, and you guys know that. So yeah, I think that'll be the final thing. I don't think Sasuke will really be doing anything in this game, honestly. After the Kage Summit, I think he'll be out of it, which is why they included him in the Naruto versus Sasuke boss battle and all that stuff, because he is a big character and people like him. So yeah, I guess that's interesting. So tell me below what your thoughts are on how far the game will go. And, subscribe and like if you like the video. I don't really have too much really to say on this game, which is why I don't make a lot of videos for it. But I figured I might as well make this. Why not? But yeah, anyway, tell me below what your thoughts are, and I will catch you guys later.